is your latest African news. Niger. French forces make Niger their new home after being expelled by Mali. French forces in the Sahel have said they will switch operation modes after they leave Mali, acting more in support of local forces rather than substituting for them. After nearly a decade fighting militants in Mali, France is pulling its troops out of the country after falling out with its military government, but are now planning to make Niger their new base. President Emmanuel Macron announced the withdrawal in February, saying Operation Barkhane would continue elsewhere in the Sahel, but in a smaller and reconfigured form. In an interview, Barkhane commander said the force now had less than 2,000 men left in Mali. The pullout was on track for completion by the end of summer, with operations determined more strictly by requests from the African countries and will take the form of in support of and not in replacement for the local military, the commander stated. As for the pullout, France has already left its bases in Gossi and Menaka in central Mali and is currently disengaging from a camp in Gao. In all, 4,000 containers and just under 1,000 vehicles are to leave Mali. France intervened in Mali in 2013 to stem a jihadist-backed revolt in the north of the country. The following year, it launched the broader Barkhane operation among 5 Sahel allies, all former French colonies, that is Burkina Faso, Chad, Mali, Mauritania, and Niger. At its peak, the mission had 5,100 troops across the region, providing key support in air power, troop transport, and reconnaissance. 58 French troops have died in Barkhane and its predecessor mission, Savelle. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe Central Bank to introduce gold coin amid inflation crisis. Zimbabwe's central bank has said it will start issuing gold coins as legal tender in late July as the country battles to control soaring inflation that has considerably weakened the local currency. The gold coin is named Mosi or Tunya after Victoria Falls and can be converted into cash according to the Apex Bank. The latest measure comes as the country's inflation rate more than doubled last month to 191%, bringing back memories of the hyperinflation of the early 2000s that saw the Zimbabwean dollar redenominated 3 times. The local currency would later be abandoned in 2009. Governor of the Central Bank John Mangudia in a statement said that the gold coins will be available for sale to the public in both local currency and US dollar and other foreign currencies at a price based on the prevailing international price of gold and the cost of production. The coins are expected to act as a store of value and to reduce the demand for US dollars, something that has been blamed for the weakening value of the local currency. There have been mixed feelings over the news as Zimbabweans' experience with the central bank's policies is often of concern and uncertainty. Many Zimbabweans are known to have lost their savings, including pensions, when the Zimbabwean dollar crashed in 2009. The South African nation uses foreign currencies, mostly the US dollar, despite attempts to revive the local currency. The most recent attempt, with its reintroduction in 2009, has the Zim dollar in use, but once again with plummeted value. The central bank last week raised interest rates to 200% from 80% and has outlined plans to make the US dollar legal tender for the next 5 years. Guinea. Guinea halts Chinese Simandou iron ore project and seeks new partners. Guinea's mines minister has ordered all work related to the Simandou iron ore mine project to be halted after the 2 companies involved missed an extended deadline to agree on a joint venture. In a July 3rd letter addressed to Rio Tinto's Guinea subsidiary Simfa SA and Chinese-backed consortium winning Consortium Simandou WCS, Mines Minister Mosa Mogasuba said they have shown a lack of willingness to work on a partnership. Magasuba said the halt would apply across the country effective from 8 a.m. local time on July 4th. Rio Tinto declined to comment on the latest stoppage and WCS did not immediately reply to a request for comment. In a later statement, the government said it was open to discussions with new partners in the ambitious project that aims to extract iron ore from its remote hinterland to a port hundreds of kilometers away, but which has been dodged by delays in recent years. Guinea's military government has suspended construction of the mine and related infrastructure once before in March. That resulted in Rio and WCS signing a framework agreement that month under which they would co-develop infrastructure for the mine, including a 670-kilometer railway and a port. The government gave the companies 14 days on June 19th to agree on a joint venture, itself an extension of a previous deadline. The March Framework Agreement guaranteed the state 15% of the Simandou iron ore, as well as a free and non-dilutable 15% stake in the railway and port joint venture, the government has said. Magasuba said Rio and WCS were stalling over the terms of the government's stake in the joint venture, blaming the companies for inertia on this issue. Nigeria. Boko Haram takes over Kuje federal prisons, releases 600 hardened criminals into Abuja. Boko Haram fighters have seized control of the prisons in Kuje and Abuja suburb, freeing hardened criminals into the nation's capital. The insurgents stormed the facility at about 10 p.m. on July 5th, detonating explosives and opening live rounds on stage agents guarding the facility, according to a senior government official. The official could not immediately elaborate on the unfolding chaos at the prison, which holds suspects ranging from disgraced police chief Abba Kyari to infamous terror masterminds. Residents in the areas have also confirmed hearing loud noises believed to be explosives and gunfire. Soldiers and other security personnel around the facility reportedly fled when the attackers arrived in over 1,000 motorcycles. A spokesman for the Nigerian Correctional Service and the FCT police did not immediately return requests seeking details about the incident on July 5th. The attack comes as insecurity inundates President Muhammadu Buhari and his security chiefs. Earlier on the same day, the administration confirmed an attack on the president's convoy in his home at Katsina State. Diaspora. Ballet school in Rio Pavella risk closure due to lack of funds. 410 students between the ages of 6 and 29 who take free dance classes in Manguillos, a favela in the north of Rio, while another 700, the vast majority of them girls, are on the waiting list, risk losing their chance to break in out of the favela cycles due to a threat on the institution's closure. In this neighborhood that lives under the yoke of drug trafficking and where classes are regularly interrupted by gunfights during police operations, the Ballet Manguillos Association is a kind of oasis. But its continuity is under threat as the pandemic left its mark with the tragic death from COVID-19 of the association's founder, Diana Ferreira, in January 2021. Months later, it suffered another blow. A 3-year funding contract with the U.S. philanthropic foundation, the Secular Society TSS, ended as planned, and Ballet Manguillos was left without a major source of income. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, share, and like our video. It's the best way of supporting us. And remember, Africa is watching.